Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. How was breakfast? I'm ready for supper, and let's sit down for lunch. This is something very short and very sweet, and that's why I made the big old jokes before anything began. Yellow to the left of me, blue is to the right. Let us begin. Stuck in the middle of you, yellow and blue. Stuck in the middle of you, feeling a little yellow, a little blue. This is what I have to say. If I can do and say everything completely opposite of science, since the beginning of time and on into the future, I definitely will not be wrong every single time. It's not like throwing something in the air and hoping that something like magic comes out of it. Think of it. If I said everything opposite of what science ever did, Columbus said it was flat, everybody said it was round, they all think it's round. But it's a flat surface, okay? It's maybe round, but it's long and round, and it's flat all around. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the global technique, everybody knows this earth is not completely round, and if it is round, it's like a light bulb, and it's inside of something else. It's like plugged in, and it's like just turning like this. That's it. Oh, you think the earth, okay, the car will fall down. Yes. Over a period of 150 years, the car will fall down. We'll be able to spit rabbits out of our mouth? I don't think so. Is it possible to spit a rabbit out of your mouth? Yeah, it is. If you're playing video games, you can do just about anything. So why not make this whole entire thing that we're in just one big video game? Where are we? I just saw they're saying medical marijuana. Now you're allowed to smoke. Now you're allowed to toke. But now the pharmacies, what do they have to say? What does anybody have to say? You want to smoke weed? Smoke weed. You want to drink and drive? Drink and drive. But how many people have been smoking? Yeah, smoking a big joint. Yeah, let's get stoned here and drive. Or have they already smoked and they know they can drive now and they drive? I mean, I wouldn't get into my car if I knew I couldn't drive. I mean, an alcoholic will say, oh boy, yeah, I feel great. I just go, you know what, I'm so stoned I can't open my eyes. If I can't realize that, now please, government control cigarettes. The more you control, the more you have to police. The more you police, the more you police your own families. The more you police your own friends, the more you police for the ego. He got 2 tickets today and picked up. Why don't you go out there and say, hey, I gave no one a ticket today. In fact, I helped everybody. You know what they're doing in New Hampshire? Some guy's running around putting quarters in the meters. In fact, they made the meters so small, okay, that they want you to put in a quarter for 5 minutes and you only can put in for 15 minutes. You got to run back and forth. And they catch you one way or the other, right? I think you should have a perfect parking meter for the year. Anybody who wants to pay it, they pay it in advance. They type in their number on the license plate. Well, they got one for the year. So you never have to pay parking meters. You can park anywhere in Montreal. You've paid for the year. This is a thing only so people should respect. That's what it's all about. It's all about respect. And if you pay for the year, it's got to be so much, and it might cost you $300. Where's the respect? Respect. I saw a guy cut me off the other day. I looked in the car. I go, I'm going to have to be a little bit off. Oh. He's not from these towns. And I'm not saying it because of his skin color, because of the way he drives. And who taught him a driving school that never really got their permit checked, whether or not they can teach. You can smoke marijuana, and if you do smoke marijuana, it's got to be medical marijuana. Hey, man, I know a lot of people that smoke marijuana and they don't need it. But I know a friend of mine, Al W., he smokes it and he's so much more relaxed and he thinks a whole lot better. I never seen a guy think so much better. I got a friend of mine named Steve. He'll take a little toke and he'll go, okay, I had enough. He doesn't even want to smoke it, not because it's illegal, but because he thinks he's been provoked by the governments inside his mind. I know, this is my friend, it's my good friend, this is the way I see it. He's not smoking not because, it's because, oh, if you're smoking marijuana, you must be a stoner. You're a 420, yeah, you like the weed, you like the stuff you want to grow. Cheech and Chong. Was it Cheech and Chong or was it Cheech and Chong? Now we're down in Chinese China. Oh, don't make fun of me. You could say, oh, you're a fucking Canadian. I don't care. You're a fucking Jew. I don't care. You can call me all these things if you're arrogant and stupid. I'm not going to go and beat you up. For what reason? Be stupid forever. I'm just not going to listen to you. But don't keep pumping, pumping, pumping. Hey, asshole, well, I'm not going to answer you. No one's going to be your friend. You don't want me to smoke. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yesterday, somebody gave me a penny in change. Now, since pennies are off the market, shouldn't he get a ticket for giving pennies out? Happy birthday to all those who went to Chamonix High in Western Laval back in 1981. We're 50, grinding it out in the grindstone. And still, our money is going towards chemtrails? Yeah, get them people to put out that fire. They knew the building wasn't going to stay up that long, but they had to make that fire just because. The world of Oz, the Tin Man, the Tiger. Everyone needed a heart. Everyone needs a brain. But even if you got it, you got to learn how to use it. Taking away marijuana from the people and then trying to figure out who's going to grow for the 30,000 people. They're already growing already. I ain't buying any of my weed from someone who ain't growing good weed. And 420 is divided by 4 for 4 suits equals to 105. 1 to 14, and the 14th in Rubik's Cube is the cross. 14 is the cross. It makes 6 movements. 14 and 6. How about this? Go to play pool, take the 6th ball and the 14th ball. They're both green. 6 and 14. I guess it's the right move, eh? Was in the right situation. It was a game of pool. You know, me and my buddy went out and had 3 drinks over an hour and a half. Played pool at 3 drinks. I felt fine. I knew I could drive home. Stopped and I got a ticket for drinking and driving. I said, driver, I says, am I not fine? He goes, yeah, you're fine, but you're over the meter. Well, that's okay. I was stoned anyways. Like, oh, please. What is going on? I mean, these people, these politicians who've never smoked before, or they have smoked before and they lied, or they haven't smoked before and they don't even know anything about it. They just say, okay, it'll take money and it'll take, we'll get this and that and we'll control everybody. Let's just control everybody. I don't want to control anybody. The only control I want is to help out that make sure that we don't break the chain. What is the chain? When you go to a fire hundreds of years ago, everybody had to pass the bucket. If you weren't enough people, people would have to stretch and that fire would linger on and then it would never go out and would burn down. So you always have to make some for people, people on welfare, people who are on unemployment, to fill up the gaps in the chain. Or this world doesn't work. That's why it has to be this way. Not everybody can be a doctor. But if you don't respect and pay them right, then it's not right. They'll stand up against you. And there's more of them than us. How much do you really need to say, oh, I mean, the guy next door to me doesn't make more than 30 grand a year and he's still sitting outside laughing next to the fireplace, drinking a beer, smoking a joint. I mean, everybody can smoke a joint. When it comes to alcohol, you take 6 beers, 5 beers, it costs you $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. The same thing as weed and even less. It costs you more to smoke cigarettes than weed nowadays. Well, at least for me. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I think we're going to leave it at this. And there's so many ways to go. I'm just going to show you. Day 1 and day 6. Where do you see 7 days a week? Day 2 and day 5. Where do you see 7 days a week? Day 4 and day 3. Sunday to Wednesday and Wednesday to Saturday. There's your 7 days a week. Monday to Friday. Sunday to Saturday. But it can't be Sunday to Saturday. It's got to be Monday to Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. I still don't see a Sunday. Something's missing. Time is wrong and the days are wrong. What? Oh, and I'm wrong? Let me tell you one thing. This is what I want to be. Out of 1,000 tries, I would like to be wrong 800 times out of 1,000, and I'm still going to be in advance from everybody else. How do I see it? Pretty simple. When you're in science and you get one thing right out of 100, You're good. I'm getting 200 right out of 1,000. That's great. I could be wrong 8 out of 10 times. And in science, once you strike it right twice, you've made a lot of headway. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm all for 420, but I'm all against 40%. Thanks for watching.